if you're new, welcome. And if you're coming back, thank you all so much for your love and support. So, this is a timeless reading, and the question that we're asking today is, who is coming towards you in love? So, fun little question, and we have 4 different groups to choose from. So in group number 1 here, we have the suitcases, group number 2 with the airplane, group number 3 with the typewriter, and group number 4 with the pocket watch. So definitely tune into your intuition. Ask yourself this question: who's coming towards me in love? And see where your eyes are drawn, your heart's drawn, however you go about it intuitively. That can be, a reading for you. You might feel drawn to more than one, and that's all right too. So the timestamps will be down below, and those timestamps will take you directly to your group. So definitely check those out in the comment section or the description box. And yeah, so what else did I want to say? Well, thank you for being here. And if you want, I would appreciate a like and, a comment if you can, if you have the time or the energy to do so. But if you want to have some extra content, you can join here as a member on the channel and get some exclusive pick-a-cards. I post quite a few each month. And if you would like to have a personal reading with me, all that information is down in the description box as well. Thank you in advance to everyone who ends up leaving a tip on this video through the thanks button or through my wish list. I appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much. And let's go ahead and get started. Hello, my friends. So if you've chosen group number 1 here with this cute little suitcase, this is going to be your reading. So, there's 2 of them. Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that there were 2 of them. So, I don't know. Maybe both of you like to travel. Maybe both of you are suitcases are involved. Travel's involved here, possibly. That's very interesting. Wow. Of course, this could just be about having similar situations or similar maybe hobbies or something like that, even if it's not travel. So there's something that's a duplicate here, something that feels like maybe like twin-like or a lot in common, okay? So who's coming towards you in love? Oh, that's funny. We have the dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. So this could actually be somebody, maybe there's some travel here. Maybe you guys are at a distance from this person. So yeah, we have the dog far away, which shows that person that could be far away. So I have to say, I think the next person coming to you, in love is going to be somebody who's from a distance. So we have eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. We also have seduction, passion and romance await. So this is definitely romantic. This person probably is quite a passionate person. This person's coming forward strongly. This is a person who probably, especially with the eagle, does not take no for an answer. So they're probably going to come on quite strongly, I feel here. And yeah, you should definitely, you'll know that they're after you. They're going to be pretty clear about it. So we also have sensitivity, night gladiolas. So first of all, to me, this can represent a very sensitive kind of person. They could be kind of an emotional type, sensitive type, very kind of kind, loving, and that sort of vibe. But let's find out some more from the tarot. So tell me more about this person who's coming towards them. So interesting. The 2 of Wands. Again, distance perhaps here showing up. Oh, nice. The King of Cups. So we have the 2 of Wands and the King of Cups, as well as the Devil. Ooh. So definitely a very seductive. I think here with the Devil, we're shown somebody who is quite, passionately inclined. So I would say that they are very this may even be quite sexual in nature or quite passionate in the way that they behave. Again, this person, I think, is going to probably come on quite strongly. Yeah. Affirmation. This person is not going to beat around the bush here. I feel like here it's just not a part of their personality. We have the King of Cups again showing a very sensitive type of person. This person could even kind of have a very spiritual sense to them. In fact, actually, they could be very kind of philosophical. This is the type of person who lays in bed at night and thinks, what's the world? What is this universe? They have deep questions, spiritual questions about the world. They could be very career oriented here because we have career, work, and business. I do feel like this person they could even be starting their own business or have a side hustle as well. That's just kind of an intuitive message I'm getting. They might have great aspirations. If they're not there, they want to be. You know what I mean? Perhaps like in charge of themselves in some way in this life. There's definitely an affirmative way to the way that this person treats you. Like you're going to know, like I said, that this person really digs you. They're not going to, like I said, beat around the bush here. The King of Cups is actually one of the most erotic and romantic kings that there is in the tarot. So I do feel like this person definitely has a strong imagination, strong, sort of pull towards eroticism, and very creative type of person as well. This can also show somebody with a very intense interest towards art, music, spiritual pursuits. Again, we have that spirituality, philosophy. Again, I feel like there's a very compelling way as well to the way that this person behaves, especially with the devil. The King of Cups can already kind of be emotionally compelling, but the devil is like, it's like they drag you in. Usually there's a channeling of like passionate energy with the King of Cups, and it's like somebody who makes you feel really loved and desired because they act in a very sensitive manner, right? And I love that sensitivity came out because I feel like this is a person who they act on their feelings. They will go above and beyond to sort of get what they want. Now, the devil is interesting too because this can talk about somebody who's very like compulsively drawn to you, even can border on obsessive, I will say. So I don't know how some of you might like that. You're like, oh yeah, I want someone to be obsessed with me. Yeah, this person would definitely be the type to be obsessed with you. Just saying. And usually the devil also can represent somebody who's quite like I would say like has a lot of achievements in their life, and generally like kind of an impressive type of person, very ambitious as well. Sometimes it can be arrogant, but I don't think so. Not with all the sensitivity involved here. I mean, it just doesn't really come off to me that way from what I'm seeing. Very generous in terms of like romance and love, very giving as well. And this can mean somebody who's easy to forgive, easy to kind of, you know, get over things. Again, it feels like, I wonder though if this could be like something that goes the distance for some of you, like this next person coming through. There also can be like kind of a jealousness and a possessiveness that comes with the devil as well, I have to say, especially the King of Cups and the sensitivity. This person may be the jealous type, the possessive type, you know what I mean? So I will admit that they could have a jealous spree. Like I said, maybe a bit more on the possessive side. This can also, the Two of Wands can show somebody who's kind of like humorous, and it can show that you guys are connecting on mutual interests. And that's kind of funny because of the duality of the suitcases. The suitcases, like it's like two of them. I really didn't see that. They came together. I just got that. My mom got me that from Hobby Lobby, and I just kind of grabbed them out of there, out of the pack. It's scrapbooking materials. I really need scrapbooking stuff in my life, I realized when I went to the scrapbooking section. But anyway, yeah, this can talk about a connection that really warms your heart though. And I really do feel like that there are the shared interests here in this connection. So that is who's coming towards you in love. In terms of signs, we have the King of Cups. So of course we have the energy of like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We also have the Devil, Capricorn card, typically. And the Two of Wands, of course, could represent fire signs. I would probably more focus on the King of Cups and the Devil. But of course, fire is here too. So it could be, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or a combo of those. I like the King of Cups and the Devil because if I think about it in astrological terms with the Devil, that's in being a Capricorn energy. Generally, obviously, Capricorn aspects Pisces and wow, my brain. I'm sorry, I had a long day at work. I took on a part-time job, so I'm a little bit like, my brain isn't working so fast. Pisces and Scorpio. It aspects it through a sextile. So, and then of course there's an opposition to Cancer, the opposite sign of Capricorn. So let me check really quick. I just want to grab my astrology cards. Where'd they go? Sorry, I had to like turn my camera off for a moment. I couldn't find them. They got underneath some other stuff. Anything here in terms of signs of this person? Maybe any more information that we can bring through this group? Anything we can bring through here? I do feel like mutual interest is going to be something. You guys, you may even begin on like a very communicative basis, like maybe like a friendship, because that's the Two of Wands can talk about that, like a warm relationship that goes somewhere in the future. Oof. Okay, we've got Jupiter. That rules Pisces, by the way. So we've got Leo, Taurus, and the 7th house. Ooh, okay, so I'm going to tell you guys, this person could be, they could have a 7th house with Leo or Taurus, or they could have Jupiter in the 7th house as well. If they had if they had Taurus in the 7th house, it would mean that they were a Scorpio rising. And if they had Leo there, it would mean an Aquarius rising. So that could be a rising sign for some of you. I wouldn't like count on that for sure, but for everyone obviously. But yeah, Taurus and Leo could be prevalent. This can be somebody who is very like kind of fixed energy. There's a lot of fixed energy here with that Leo and Taurus. Love it. This is like a traveling. Jupiter represents traveling, foreign places. Again, this could be somebody foreign. This could be somebody very Venusian too, very sun oriented. They could have a strong sun, a strong Venus. Jupiter is quite probably prevalent or strong in their chart too. And with the 7th house, this makes you feel like this could be like a partnership, like a for real thing. So some of you might be needing like someone serious, like someone that's you could even marry, by the way. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say about who's coming towards you in love. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please let me know down below. What did you pick and stuff like that? Because it's nice when you leave a comment. It's helpful to every YouTuber when they get a comment. So I appreciate those really a lot. And if you want some exclusive content, some exclusive pick cards, and some loyalty badges and all that good stuff, you can join here as a member on the channel here just on YouTube. And if you would like to have a personal reading with me, all that information is up in the description box. And what else? Oh, and I have an astrology channel if you want to check that out. I have some fun content coming up there. I'm going to be doing a Mars retrograde report, and I also have a lot of other things. I'm going to be doing Venus through the signs, so that'll be really fun. Anyway, I wish you the very, very best, and I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 2 here with this airplane, it is your reading. Hopefully, we're going to get some cool messages for you about who's coming towards you in love. So yeah, there's your airplane. And there are 2 of them as well. What the heck? I guess our group number 1 had 2 suitcases and you have 2 airplanes. Okay, let's find out what's going on here. We have the Green Man. The forces of nature favor you. Honestly, first thing I'm getting right off the bat here, this person probably has really nice genetics. And what I mean by that is they're probably quite good looking, and it's like, man, nature blessed you. You know, that sort of thing. Again, it could feel like this person is just a favorable type of person. Like they do everything right. They seem to have everything on track. It feels like maybe in some way you could look at them and think like, geez, they're lucky. They're just naturally good at everything. Like, geez Louise, you know? So that's the vibe I think this person gives off, okay? They also could be very connected to the earth. So they might like hiking, walking outside, being outside. Maybe it's gardening. Maybe it's like, you know, going to the forest, or you know, whatever that may be. But I do feel like this person could be very much into nature, okay? Maybe hunting for some of you. They might like hunting. Ooh, we have protection here with the clove pink, as well as scales. Keep your life in balance. And the key, successful outcome to your problems. So I right away, I do pick up on somebody who always kind of figures out their problems. And I kind of already mentioned that with the green man, but I think the key there also kind of shows this idea of somebody who is, always has the key. They're always going to unlock a door. They just get past things. They know how to figure things out. They know how to be persistent. They know how to, keep trying, as an example. We have keep your life in balance. And to me, I do feel like this person is quite balanced in their life. I don't feel like this person's too irresponsible. I think that they're pretty, well balanced in general. And let me see here. I just want to look over this protection card. I didn't for the other group, but I'm going to do it for you guys. So it's, oh wow, this is so funny. So you know that says keep your life in balance, protection. It says here, now is a good time to ensure that you're doing what is considered fair and best practice. Although you will find the best protection from following convention and rules closely, be mindful that if you need to push limits, you are not completely breaking the law or the boundaries of others. Interesting. Love can be indicated as well as other deep emotions that bind and entwine you with others. A progression in a relationship is indicated, and the safe opportunity to express your new and increased feelings is offered. Marriage, partnership, and alliances are in focus. Whoa. And it says be careful you're not being obsessed with something. So maybe this person's going to be quite obsessed with you. But this is so interesting. So maybe someone coming towards you in love, maybe you guys already have somebody in your life. Maybe this person is going to take things to the next level. Maybe there's going to be that I love you for the first time, or something deepening. For those of you that are single, of course, obviously, this can really show somebody coming through that's serious about you. And I love it. And I love that it says fair and best practice, and it's like we have the scales. This is a person who's very balanced. They're very fair. They try to be a very fair person, I feel like. They don't like to go against, they might go against convention sometimes, but not where they're like disrespecting the rules of society, you know what I mean, or disrespecting other people's privacy or their own autonomy, or you know what I mean, like they do care about, this person could also be like kind of a protector of the forest. They might have strong feelings about the land or about how things are done to the earth. And I'm not saying that they could be into climate change or something like that, but it could be more so like they just care about, preserving the beauty of the earth, as an example. It doesn't feel like the one who goes and stomps on bugs and tries to destroy things. Okay, not that, the average Joe is like that, but you know what I mean. Okay, so tell me more about this person that's coming towards them in love. And protection makes me think that they would want to protect you. So we have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Wands. Very honest, even to a fault sometimes. Oh, Three of Wands. So I love the Page of Wands here because it can show a very youthful energy. This could be somebody younger or young at heart. The Page of Wands, of course, could show that this person has strong fire and air energy because we have the Ace of Swords right next to it, but very strong fire energy coming through here. So I think it would be safe to say that this person likely, I feel Sagittarius for a lot of you, because I do feel like that some of these qualities sound very Jupiterian, all about sort of, freedom, but at the same time, morality and having a very moral, kind of conscience about them. I feel like this person could be kind of like, or maybe they have a strong Jupiter. I'll be curious to see what comes out in the astrology cards, but yeah. The Page of Wands can show somebody who's a very warm-hearted person, very kind, always full of movement and excitement. It can show somebody who walks fast, who talks fast, who generally is just enthusiastic and kind of outgoing in general, especially with the Ace of Swords there too. I think this person isn't afraid to kind of talk. I don't feel like this person, they might like to strike up a conversation first. So I feel like this person's an initiator, to be honest. This can be a person who's very kind of creative, and as well, brilliant ideas kind of off the top of their head. They get good ideas, just kind of an inventive mind. And this is like a person who enjoys having fun and just a good time in general. And the Three of Wands can talk about somebody who's very optimistic as well. And this can talk about someone who takes advantage of every opportunity that they can. And sometimes this can talk about somebody from your past. And now, by the way, so I will mention that for some of you, you may already know who this is, like I had mentioned, but it doesn't always have to be. Oftentimes, though, there are established contacts that sort of enter into the idea that this person's going to like ask you out or something, and you kind of already know who they are. Yeah, so this can be about somebody who's really a positive thinker and kind of a successful and generous person as well. The Ace of Swords, like I mentioned, I love it because it's somebody who's, full of thought, full of intelligence here. And I love it because they have kind of the energy to back it up. And this can be somebody who is a powerful force when it comes to what they say. They could have a very striking voice, I feel like, here. And again, very striking thoughts. And I think that this person, like I said, that they are like the one to initiate conversation as well. And yeah, they're going to keep you clear, I feel like. This person always seems like kind of down to have a good time and always sort of, I don't know, inventive, kind of always thinking, like lots of brilliant ideas. Tell me more. We have the third house. It's so funny. I was just having a discussion with my friend today about we're talking about the third house makes a good aspect to, hold on, I'll finish this thought in a minute. Let me just, okay. We have Pisces and Aquarius. My friend and I were talking about the third house and how it aspects the seventh and why that's a good thing. Well, because seventh house is relationships, but how do relationships begin? Through communications, through acquaintances, through meeting, through even social media sometimes, or things of that nature. So there could be a social media aspect here. It could be somebody in your neighborhood, someone you communicate through text. Again, there's just a communicative type of factor here. Again, I do feel like this person walks fast. I'm going to tell you, they're probably a quick walker, and the reason why I say that is because of that Page of Wands, and it fell. The third house fell underneath that, so third house can be walking, and could show somebody who's a good writer, speaker, somebody who's kind of full of facts. And that's one thing. This person could ponder a lot of little facts, and almost like a little walking encyclopedia. They may enjoy encyclopedias and kind of just learning things as well. So maybe like somebody who likes documentaries and like kind of is always just looking at articles, like interesting articles, and has like a plethora of like little facts to tell you. They might know a lot about everything, and you're like, how? I do feel like this person's quite dreamy and also very socially conscious as well. We have Aquarius and Pisces here, so these could be signs that are associated with this person strongly. Again, there's that sort of Jupiterian influence because Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. There's also Saturn. And Saturn and Jupiter are wonderful together, actually. Traditionally, those are two planets that do really well together, actually. So they could have a Saturn-Jupiter aspect in their chart. Anyway. So yeah. Definitely somebody who could be focused. It's interesting because Aquarius can, when I think about it, of the 11th house and friendship groups and stuff like that, but and Pisces is sort of a more private one. So it's kind of interesting. This person may value a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Like a good balance between, friends and kind of just staying in. I like that. And especially the scales. You know what I mean? I like it. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing there. Any other further information? Let me see before we go. Any other further information about this person? Practice. Practice makes perfect is probably one of these type of people. They won't give up on things. They will kind of stick to goals. And they are a productive kind of person. Yeah, they work with purpose. Yeah. What is your North Star, your calling? What drives you and inspires you? And what do you allow to guide your actions? What gives life meaning? It's a person, a purpose. They always think of the purpose of something. They always are kind of thinking about the future and, kind of considering how things work. And I do feel like this is a person who kind of develops good habits. They may be focused on good habits, because habit shows up here and habit here. So this may be a person who's all about breaking bad habits, encouraging good habits. You know, there's like certain books out there about that, like how to create good habits. You may even find that this person discusses that with you as an example, or they're all about like productive habits. Maybe they go to the gym like consistently, or they, you know, take care of their health in a good way. Yeah, that sort of vibe. Okay, so again, practice makes perfect is probably something they really live by. So I like that. And anyway, but that is who is coming towards you in love. I hope that this was interesting, helpful, and let me know in the comments below what you thought. Did you like it? Did you choose this group? Let me know. But I wish you the very, very best. If you would like exclusive pick-a-card content and loyalty badges and all that fun stuff and custom emojis for the channel, you can join here as a member. You can also donate to the video by tipping up above on the thanks button. And of course, there's always my wish list. Thank you so much for everyone who's generous with that. I always appreciate it a lot, and it, you know, thank you. And if you want a personal reading, you can do that through my Etsy store, which is in the description box. And I do astrology readings, I do tarot readings, I have emergency readings, I have all kinds of different readings. So go check those out if you're interested. And also, if you like astrology, I have an astrology channel too. Again, description box, you can find that. Go subscribe. I have some fun stuff coming up, including information about the Mars retrograde that's upcoming. So yeah, I'm going to be making that out soon. But yeah, take care, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 3 here with this typewriter, this is your reading. I love this typewriter. I used to really enjoy typewriters when I was a little girl. I was always like trying to hunt down the parts for them. I always liked the way the sound of the keys were. But it's interesting because there's a blank page here. So this could be somebody completely new to you. And that's just kind of what I'm intuitively getting off of this. I just sort of randomly grabbed things that seem the same size. So I really wasn't thinking too hard on this. So that's why I feel like that there could be, you know, subtle energies behind these picks. And yeah, so we have also a keyboard which indicates typing words, etc., etc. So maybe some of you are going to be texting a lot with this person, you know, communicating in that way as well. Maybe this person has writer qualities or something like that. We have the Mystic Circle. Your abilities will be enhanced. We also have Balance, Chocolate Flower. And we've got Passion. Oh, great passion with the tulip. And we've got Dark Man. It's interesting actually because 2 flowers came out. And I know that these are all about flowers here in this deck, but this isn't. So I feel like this person, they're going to give you flowers. They're going to be the type that sends flowers. I feel like flowers could be prevalent here in this connection. So again, I feel like that they would be sending them here and there. And that might be like something they like to express. Actually, you know, that's funny because last night I was at this this place that I go to, a hot spring, and this man brought the flowers, and I saw other flowers there, like little jars, and he picks wildflowers for her, the girl that works there, and it was just so sweet. And they're older, it's so sweet. Yeah, so again, this could be a person who brings you a flower, or, you know, and maybe there's a flower tattoo on them or something like that too. That could be a big possibility for some of you as well. So the chocolate flower, it talks about harmony and also productivity and a balance, okay, obviously. And it says here, endeavors undertaken, especially creative ones, should prove to be very successful, and you may find the way ahead actually very easy to navigate. Guidance is being offered, and the advice could be of great value to you at present. You know what's interesting is I feel like this person, they somehow are going to balance you out. In fact, I feel like the person coming towards you in love might have really good advice for you in some way. And I know that sounds kind of silly, but I really do feel like somehow this person, they know how to solve something for you, I feel like, or they will know how to. I also feel like this person, well, they're very passionate type of person. We also have Dark Man, by the way. So a dark man can represent somebody with a dark complexion or dark hair. Okay, so that could be definitely an attribute there for you guys. So this can be about patience, and this person could be a very patient type of person, or there's maybe patience needed in this connection. Maybe for some of you, you've been kind of waiting patiently for this person to come to you. I have to wonder. Let's see. Tell me more about this person. But your abilities will be enhanced. The Mystic Circle really makes me think this person might have a natural talent or ability that's really heightened. Like maybe they do something above average. As an example, like maybe they play an instrument, or they write above average, or something like that. I told you. The guide came out. That's so interesting. So here, what's interesting is that we have the guide card, and the guide card is a success card, and it says here to teach, to educate, to coach, to enlighten. So in some way, this person, it may be like the type of person who wants to guide you in something, or maybe they have this sort of vibe about them. This could also indicate like somebody older as well. We have forgive, to neutralize guilt, to make peace, to practice compassion, to let go, and to set yourself free. Now, I have to say that for some of you, this could be somebody who wants to rebalance things between you. Okay, so there's that big possibility there. This could also be somebody who's confessing some sort of truth to you. And perhaps in some way with the guide, maybe they've wisened up. Maybe it's somebody who's kind of learned some lessons here. Maybe it's somebody who wants to bring more harmony to your connection. So yeah, I do feel like for some of you, this may not be somebody new. It could be somebody that you've already, and I looked up and I saw 444 when I said that, and it's not going to show up for you because I'll edit this video, but my camera said 444. So that's interesting. Some of you might be seeing that number. Some of you might see synchronistic numbers. Definitely pay attention to that. Anything else here about this person? Like, who is this? My husband's playing guitar in the background. I can hear it. Maybe this person plays guitar. That stinker. We have the King of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. And the Seven of Cups. What's interesting here with the Seven of Cups, this person could be quite a dreamer. But this also could mean that this person in the past has given you kind of mixed signals. There could be like facades. Maybe in some way they disappointed you, or somehow they didn't come across in like the way that you expected them to. I do kind of feel like maybe this is someone from your past. What's interesting here is we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Now this should, to me, when two kind of, king, queen, or any two cards come out, I always am kind of looking into how did they get along, or are their attributes like supportive of each other? And we have fire and water. So as we know, if you know astrology, you know that fire and water aren't really like super compatible. It's fire and air usually, and earth and water. Now, does that mean that it can't work? Of course not. That's not how it works. Of course, there can be all kinds of other things, but it may be that at some point you haven't seen things eye to eye, or somehow you just weren't able to connect properly in some way. Maybe circumstances, could be a part of this. But yeah, the Seven of Cups, gosh, I feel like here, this person might come forward with some sort of truth in regards to how they feel. Hopefully they're making something clear to you. Maybe some of you have somebody in your life and you're like, yeah, I hope they're coming through to make it clear with me because I'm like confused as heck. And this can talk about feeling confused and stressed out. So for some of you, you may feel stressed out about this person, or they could feel quite stressed out about you and confused. Okay? Could be somebody who was kind of open-minded and playing the field, and maybe hasn't quite, made that commitment or kind of come forward to you yet. I do want to say that for some of you, I don't know if this person's coming through with this, I don't know. I want to say that they want to bring harmony. I can't promise what that means in the long run for all of you, okay? But this can talk about delays getting involved, okay? So yeah, that's a good possibility that this person's like kind of delayed perhaps their approach towards you, or they haven't exactly been the most like straightforward in some way. We can talk about somebody you've even dreamt about, by the way, with the Queen of Cups, if you feel like you're represented by that, because she is very like Oh my god, I thought something was crawling on me. Sorry. I got scared. Okay. But yeah, it's so funny because this could be somebody that you've had a hard time being assertive with if you do resonate with that Queen of Cups energy, because the Queen of Cups isn't the most assertive. It's not her strongest point. She tends to bottle things up. And so, again, if some of you maybe you have a lot of bottled up energy when it comes to this person, perhaps, it's like you can even cry over this person, or again, kind of have more of an explosive energy towards them, or maybe some of you have had that in the past where it's just like, oh, you just kind of get so upset. Yeah. So the King of Wands, very usually passionate type of person, and I see that there with the tulip, great passion. Usually very enthusiastic in nature, very generous and kind. And it can show somebody who's charismatic and popular and well-talented as well, by the way. Yeah, so this can also show like somebody you meet through work or through a professional context, and it could show somebody with that's an entrepreneur at heart, or can be linked to land, property, being charitable as well, philanthropy too. Could be somebody who likes those type of topics like philanthropy. Can be somebody who's passionate about the great outdoors, adventure, having fun, seizing life by the moment, living in truth as well. It could be somebody who really values being who they are. And because usually, again, there's an ambitious nature to the King of Wands, and they just want to be who they want to be. And so that can be like, it's not stubborn exactly, it's just sort of like stubborn flowing, like I'll do what I want to do type of energy. And this can talk about, sometimes this can represent a man who hasn't been fully available for a relationship or something like that too. So maybe if this person's been kind of hard to tie down, it's them coming forward with some sort of truth, asking maybe for forgiveness, and hoping to kind of create something between the two of you. And sometimes this can talk about a secret lover, so it could be somebody who's been secretly admiring you. If you have no idea who I'm talking about, this could be a secret admirer. This could be somebody who's been checking you out. Maybe in some way you're not even aware of this person. Again, with that sort of differences between the two cards. It may be that, you're like, I don't know who this is. And they're going to kind of come out of nowhere. So let me see here about who is this. Tell me more. We have Virgo. So we could have somebody with strong Virgo placements. I feel mutable energy as well, by the way. So we could have Sagittarius or Pisces, Gemini, Virgo. We have the first house as well. So this person, interesting, Sagittarius. Like I said, we could have somebody with a strong ninth house or strong Sagittarius vibes. Again, I think other mutable energy as well. Honestly, I'm going to say, I think for a lot of you, this person could have a mutable first house or rising sign. So like I said, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, or what did I not say? Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius, or Pisces. Okay. Mercury's interesting here too, because Virgo's ruled by Mercury. Sorry. Mercury's, I'm already like step ahead. Okay, so Virgo's ruled by Mercury, and again, we have that typewriter. So we could see somebody who is analytical, but also aligned with words and talented. Virgos are so freaking talented, I have to say. And I don't care. I know that Virgo is like maybe not the strongest sign for Venus as an example, but Venus, Virgos, super talented. I don't give a hoot. It's like the retrograde people, like those of us with retrogrades, or Venus in like a bad position, like maybe Aries or Scorpio, like, kind of in those fall places, or, detriment, depending. And Virgo's obviously, because Pisces is exalted for Venus. So Virgo's the opposite sign. So, of course, in Virgo, Venus isn't as good, or typically. But I can't tell you how many amazing fashion designers out there have this. And also wonderful songwriters, just talented people. Because they will overthink it. And therefore, from overthinking, they end up more talented. So, but yeah. But we also have somebody who could be very physically present, and this person could have first house planets, but also just somebody who has a very noticeable presence. I do feel like you probably have seen this person face to face in real life, like you've been in their physical presence, especially with the first house, because we're showing that physical body here. Now, this person could have a foreign background as well to you, or a different background. Or we could also see somebody who, maybe for some of you, this person has like a religious profile picture, or they've been in some kind of religious place in their life, like maybe like a famous like church or mosque, or somewhere famous like a temple of some kind. I know that sounds really specific, but for some of you that's gonna be a good one for you to know, like you're gonna know it. Again, this person could also just have pictures of them traveling or going somewhere as well. We could also have somebody who's a bit taller than average, by the way, because Virgo and Sagittarius are both taller signs. And yeah, that's what I would say. So yeah, I hope this helps you guys. That's where I'm at with this. So that's who's coming towards you. I really, really hope you liked it. If you did, let me know in the comments below. Did you choose this group? Do you know who this is? I hope you do. But if not, it might be a surprise. Like I said, for some of you, this may really be a surprise. And yeah, so if you want some extra content, if you want custom emojis and exclusive pick cards, you are more than welcome to join here as a member on the channel. That is where I offer that. And if you would like a personal reading with me, that is on my Etsy store. You can find the link to that through my description box. And if you like astrology, as an example, and you want to see some interesting content, I am going to be doing a Mars retrograde video report soon for the Mars retrograde through all the signs, so you can go subscribe over there if you want to. It's links in the description. But yeah, otherwise, thank you so much. If you guys decide to leave a tip, that's so sweet, and thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And for those of you that go on my wish list, of course, I appreciate you guys too. Thank you so much for all your kindness. And even if you can just leave a comment, that means a lot to me, and it's free. So take care. Lots of blessings to you, and I will see you next time. See ya. Hello, my friends. If you've chosen the last group here with this pocket watch, this is your reading. So I like this. It's a clock. So maybe it's like time for you to meet this person, or it's time for them to take their time to get to know you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's maybe they feel like they have to act. It's almost like it reminds me of that card from Wisdom of the Oracle, TikTok. It's like someone could be taking their chance. Maybe they've been waiting for the right time. But let's find out what else is here. Oh, shoot. I just dropped some. We have freedom and the stars. A long journey brings rewards. Holy smokes. Okay, that's really funny because I talked about time, and gosh, like I already forgot what I've like came out. So that's weird because it's almost like somebody was taking a chance on you. A long journey brings rewards. This may be somebody that's been on a long journey toward you in some way. So you may already know this person, okay? So good chances. But, oops, sorry, kicking the dang thing. Sorry about that. I also could say that for some of you, this could be somebody that's far away, literally, okay? So it could be somebody at a distance. But I feel like for most of you, it's probably going to be the first thing, okay? We have financial pinch. You know what's interesting is I feel like if you have had financial problems or something like that, and this is just, I do remember this card coming out when I was shuffling, and I was like, this person's probably going to be helping them financially somehow. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's going to make sense for all of you, but I don't know. Maybe it's like this person takes away some of your financial worries. Maybe they're going to be kind of keen to help you out in some way. That's really interesting. Also, it could be that this person's presence in your life sort of brings more luck. You know, the thing about like synastry in astrology, why it's such an interesting thing is because actually we can see the type of energy that somebody brings us in our life, or what they activate. And so this person may activate something lucky for you, or something that brings some sort of abundance or help in some way. So it could come out that way, in a more metaphysical type of way, like spiritual way. So freedom can talk about a new beginning. And this flower supports you by offering confidence and assurance to take on new commitments, projects, and journeys. That's weird because we have journey here. So 2 journey cards. Okay. And it says that taking a chance should be a little easier once you take the very first step. Maybe this person has a lot of fear about coming toward you. Maybe this person is like kind of a bit shy towards you in some way. Experimentation with ideas, processes, and situations should set you on your way very easily because restrictions are being lifted. This also could be somebody who's getting some sort of freedom. I have to wonder if some of you are interested in somebody who's maybe been taken or tied up in some way, and it's like now they're going to be in a more free position, perhaps. A major change could also be approaching, one for the better, and it may see you traveling or changing where you live or work. Interesting about the long journey here as well. Again, kind of tying back to that card. I love this deck, guys. If I could recommend any Oracle deck, honestly, this is the one. Flowers of the Night Oracle. This is an amazing, I don't know, somehow I vibe with it so hard. Like, it just is amazing the way it comes out, especially in the 6-month readings. I'm just always shocked. So definitely recommend this one. It says here, it could be see you traveling or changing where you live or work. Your lifestyle is in focus in freeing up your current restrictions. Should see it boost in enthusiasm for life itself. Beware of risk without thought or being completely uncaring of possible consequences, etc., etc. So we talk about freedom, innocence, trust, optimism, and potential, sometimes naivety and foolishness, but I feel more so that this person probably is exhibiting more of those positive things. With freedom and innocence and trust, we could see somebody who, especially with good luck, is a happy-go-lucky type of person. They generally are kind of approaching life in a very optimistic sense, you know, and let's see here. Or maybe that's what they're really wanting to embody. Let me see a little bit more about this person. Oh, Lord. Okay, we've got victimhood, for sure, coming out there. Okay, let's see. I'm going to get 3 of them. I want 2 more, Spirit, to kind of describe this person. I feel like in the past, this person could have been a victim. And what I mean by that is like, victimhood is sort of like a lifestyle. Okay, it could have been somebody who's like, oh, I don't even have all the answers to my problems. Everything else is going on here. I blame this and this and this and this and this, and not taking any personal responsibility. Some of you may know this person for this, you know, as to have this attribute. You'll know that they kind of have been a little bit of a victim mentality type of person, that they like tend to blame other people as well. Now, we could also see somebody who has been literally a victim of something and has had to take care of themselves in some way. Maybe there's financial problems in their life, or, you know, especially if they were going through like a nasty divorce for some of you, or like a nasty breakup. Maybe there were certain commitments, obligations as well. Maybe this person's been a victim to their workplace in some way. So just remember, you know, 555, I just saw that looking up at the camera. Sorry. So it could be somebody who's faced challenges. 5 is a challenge. So that's interesting. We have repression. What is being pushed down? What are you refusing to feel, to experience, and to process right now? What are you resisting to acknowledge? And we have freedom. It feels like somebody who's finally tasting freedom. And it's freedom from repression, from being a victim to circumstances. It may feel like this person's been on some sort of big journey in their life. Like they're really coming out of it, busting out of it. It could be their own, like I said, their own mentality. It could be situations around them. But it does feel like this is a person who's really busting free. So, yeah, let me see here. Let's get some tarot. Maybe they're just sick of it. They're sick of waiting. They're sick of like living that way, especially with that TikTok energy that sort of built up, like time just comes out like it's like the right time. Okay, tell me more about this person. We got the 3 of Wands. And interestingly enough, that was in reversed in my deck. So I want to talk about that for sure. Let me get another one here. 10 of Cups. This person's tired of living like shit. I feel like this person, they're tired of living with restriction. This person may have repressed themselves a lot in their life, and it's like they're done with this. They're done with it. They want to be happy. They're tired of rejecting themselves, rejecting what makes them happy, they may have had considerable financial problems in their life and they're just tired of it. Yeah. The Three of Wands, of course, in the upright really signifies like very optimistic type of person usually. But like I said, it's really interesting because it was turned down in my deck, and I have to admit, like, I would want to look at that, take a look at that, because I don't usually use reversals, because I kind of have my own method of using cards, and so I often don't include them. But sometimes if they do come out reversed, I know that there's a reason why, and so I'm gonna kind of take it that way. This can talk about somebody that kind of has misplaced pride. There can be an obstinate. Let's just say that. I can't say the dang other word. Obstinacy. There we go. There could be an obstinate nature to this person. Like, it's like they don't see their problems. Like, I will tell you that in the past, I don't think this person's seen their problems. They haven't seen what they were doing wrong. This can be somebody who kind of falls into the trap of fearful and negative thinking, especially because if it's reversed, the Three of Wands is not very optimistic. It's actually. And again, this could be like somebody who's also kind of kept themselves repressed in terms of who they this could be somebody who gets stuck on like dating a certain type, a certain like certain income levels, certain like body types, like look types. Like they may have also kind of done that as well in the past. And then this is all about like trying to become a more flexible person in who they are and who they want and how they go about things as well. So the Five of Pentacles is a really insecure card, okay? It usually talks about somebody who has low self-esteem oftentimes, and maybe that's something that's needed to be improved in their life. This also can talk about somebody who has had financial difficulty. So there's definitely that aspect to it as well, right? Because it's a card that kind of signifies in the tarot poverty. So it could be somebody who's dealt with a lot of poverty in their life, a lot of difficult circumstances, maybe hard work. Maybe this person's even had to work like physical labor or like in the elements in some way too. I do feel like intuitively for some of you, like maybe they've had to like, work in construction or be out there in the elements. Or again, maybe there's just this aspect of them that's like where they haven't had the easiest time in their life. But I feel like this person's really not like looking towards that. It's like they're tired of repressing true happiness. And it's like this person's kind of busting free in their life. So the Ten of Cups, of course, is the last card here. And this is a card of happiness. This is a card of love and affection, and it can also talk about family, close friends, having children, family, combining families, having a family, and strong and lasting emotional ties. And so I like that there because it does seem like they want something better in their life, like they really are yearning for something better in their life. And somehow I think you're connected towards this freedom for them. I will say I feel like you guys are connected somehow to them achieving this. And it's not that you like do it for them, but it's like maybe you open their eyes to the possibility of happiness. It's like I never thought I could have what I want. It's like maybe everyone's always screwed me over, or maybe I've been on this like long journey. Maybe for some of you this person was like in a really toxic relationship for a very long time. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here. Yeah, and self-care. It could be somebody who's been really focused on their self as well. Tell me more about this person that's coming towards them. We have Leo. So we could have somebody with strong Leo placements. The 11th house. Pisces and 3rd house. Okay, interesting. So what's interesting here is that this could be somebody that you are connected to through social media. You could talk to this person, you could meet them in that way. Like there could be a very like technological type of connection here, technology, because the 3rd and 11th house, I take those as social media houses. They could, I almost wonder with Pisces if some of them don't have a social media though. Or they kind of go about it in a weird way, or maybe they shut it down or something like that. Anyway, that's not going to be for all of you, but this is a person who is proud. Proud and loud sometimes even, maybe. But they're very sensitive on the inside. You know, Leos often come off as like very prideful, but they're very sensitive. And my son's a Leo moon, and well, I have a Leo rising myself, but I don't really feel it. I feel more like my Aries. But my son, all the Leo moons, I have a lot of Leo moons in my life, especially men in particular, and they're all super, super, super sensitive to criticism, strong pride, and they would hate for anyone to see them down and out. And but I feel like here with the Pisces, it's like there's that hidden aspect of themselves, and which is interesting because Leo and Pisces make no aspect to each other, so it's like a blind spot, and it's like you would never see this side of them that's actually so kind and caring and like sweet, or maybe they don't show it very easily. This could be a person who likes to talk, I would say. I don't know, likes to talk here, 11th house, 3rd house. These are like sort of air houses as well. They might be very thoughtful, might be very imaginative. I do feel like this person could shut down though sometimes, because think about it, the 3rd house, so Pisces is usually the 12th house, right? So Pisces, obviously the 12th and the 3rd, not a good aspect, right? It's a square, it's challenging. So because we have the 12th house of like isolation as an example, going with the 3rd house of like communicating and like your neighbors and stuff like that, so it can show like sort of somebody who maybe isn't always like communicating. Maybe they have like reclusive tendencies or kind of quiet tendencies as well. Third house can also represent siblings. We could have somebody who's not in contact with their siblings, or perhaps has like murky kind of relationships with their siblings, or maybe they don't have any. The other thing I would say is same. Yeah. This person could have been like adopted or in foster care, I want to say, for some of you. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I don't know if that's going to be for everyone. Maybe they had some sort of like something like that. This person could be in a union of some kind, or again, specific. Wow, you guys are getting so many specific messages. Sorry. This person could also be involved in like some sort of community. That's why I was thinking like maybe a union as an example, or anyway. Also, let's see, Leo. This person could have hidden talents as well that they're shy to show. Like maybe they sing good or something like that. You might hear my husband playing guitar in the background. Hopefully that doesn't get monetized or something like that, because I got a copyright strike over something ridiculous the other day. I was like a personal reading, and they tried to do a copyright claim saying it was their Dremel sound effect, and I'm like, I do not use a Dremel in my readings, excuse me, like what the heck are you talking about? And they put ads on it, and like now they're collecting money on that video. It's ridiculous. I was like, are you serious? I had to like apologize to the girl I did the reading for. I was like, oh my god, how embarrassing. I don't know why that happened. Anyway, but yeah, actually I think that's an original song my husband wrote, so hopefully it won't show up. But his music is on ad rep, so so they sometimes will target it, and get ads for it. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, or maybe this person, like, they grew up in their life, like, on the social programs, like food stamps, or, like, help, like help, government housing, that sort of thing as well. I would say that this person has a good rapport with their coworkers and the people around them. Like, they may have a lot of acquaintances, actually. They may have a lot of acquaintances, but not truly deep relationships in their life as well. They may lack like truly, truly deep relationships. There also could have been the loss of like certain friends in their life too. Like maybe they had a friend who died or passed away or left their life or something like that as well. Okay, lots of specific messages there. I'm sorry. I hate when I get them. Like, I like to be more general because I know it's not going to resonate with everyone, and it might throw someone off. And I can't help it though when I get them, because I'm like, well, I'm just going to say it because someone may need to hear this. That may be the deal, the kicker for you, or you're like, okay, this is definitely who I think it is, But maybe this person even actually abhors like victimhood. Like they're not like, I don't like it. I don't want to be a victim. I'll never be a victim. I see beyond my circumstances as well. Let me ask actually a little bit more here. I want to ask this person, for the most of them, for the most people watching this group, what are their intentions when they come toward them? You have the Three of Pentacles and the Tower, as well as the King of Cups. To rock your world. This may be like quite surprising to you, even with the Tower. This person might want to surprise you in some way. I mean, obviously this person's coming towards you in love. And so we already know that with the Tower, this isn't going to be like necessarily too disruptive. Hopefully it's not too disruptive. I mean, I guess if some of you really don't want to hear from this person, it might be kind of disruptive to you. I hate that to say that because I can't help it if that's really who's coming for you. Maybe this is like, you're like, you know who this person is and you don't want to hear from them again. Maybe they want to repair past problems if they've been a jerk, you know, or they haven't been stable, or if they cause problems between the two of you. Again, this person may be coming forward with their heart, you know. The King of Cups is usually somebody who's, you know, empathic and they care about other people. Maybe they come with sympathy, with like, you know, an open and forgiving heart. Maybe they want to express something. Maybe they're going to express something to you that they never have before. But the Three of Pentacles to me is usually good because it's like representing, especially in relationships, a stable kind of team-working energy. And so maybe this person's hopefully gonna like want to teamwork with you, especially if you've kind of had a difficult time in the past. They may come with help too if they see you're going through a rough time as well. Maybe it's like that what will prompt them. They're like, hey, I can be the hero. It's like that song by, what is it, Enrique Iglesias. I was like, I can be your hero, baby. Maybe for some of you that's what it's going to be like. But that is your reading. I really hope that this was helpful. Hopefully you know who this is. Let me know in the comments below what you thought. Do you know who this is? Do you have any idea? I'm kind of curious. You know, if you did feel like this reading is like, you're like, I have no stinking clue, of course you're feel free to go back and try to connect to a different group because, you know, these are intuitive. So you have to be able to, you know, kind of psychically connect in a way to the group if you're going to get the right one. But, take care, guys. If you want some extra content, including exclusive pick-a cards and other fun things like that, like emojis and for the channel and stuff like that, you can join here as a member on YouTube. And there are different, you know, tiers for that. And also, if you want to see more astrology content, I have an astrology channel. If you want a personal reading, that's all available in the description box as well. You can go to my Etsy store and purchase one there. I do astrology readings. I do all kinds of different tarot readings, you know, 1 question, 2 question, emergency readings. I do 6-month predictions. I do all kinds of different things over there. And if you let's see, if you do decide to donate, thank you so much. You can tip the video by pushing the thanks button up above and leave a tip through YouTube. But you can also, for those of you that go on my wish list and purchase something for the channel, or for me personally, I have 2 different ones. Thank you so much. And I do appreciate you guys' kindness and generosity, and I always repay it with a reading. So I never can just take anything for free. So lots of love to you guys. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.